Now, we're all used to putting our money in the bank and taking it out, perhaps taking out a loan or investing it in a wealth management fund. But for a growing number of customers, there are new alternatives, more convenient options to traditional banking. Take, for example, the e-commerce giant Alibaba. It has a payment system as well as a money market fund, one of the largest in the world. There's also Tencent, which has been granted a banking license in China. Now, the move by e-commerce firms into money management has worked in China and has the potential to work elsewhere. But it poses big challenges for banks across the globe, including here in Singapore. I'm talking to Neil Cross, Head of Innovation at DBS Bank. So Neil, how big a threat do tech startups pose to the traditional banking model?
They're a significant threat to the financial services industry, and this game will start to play out over the next decade. They have a significant potential to eat our lunch as a business. We're seeing them in payments, we're seeing them in funds management, we're seeing them setting up peer-to-peer networks, the domain of traditional banking. And we're in a unique position here in Singapore. We're on the edge of China essentially, and we all know about Alibaba and Alipay in the press. We've got $80 billion now in funds over 8 months from 80 million customers.
So how can you compete on the payment side? It's of course tied up in everything that they do.
And banks generally need to be in the place of what the startups are doing, the big e-commerce merchants. They are understanding their customers to a greater degree than banks fundamentally do. So we've started a number of projects to move into that space. Big Data and Watson would be two of them. We can compete and we can partner. So many tech startups actually are looking to be acquired by banks. So we see them in a partnership model as well as a threat model.
So what can banks do to protect their market share?
They need to learn to be a tech startup. They need to take the learnings from the industry, how to do agile IT, how to understand their customers better and be part of their customers' lives.
So thanks, Neil. So clearly the new digital age has posed big problems for traditional banks, not only forcing them to innovate, but to build stronger relationships with their customers, to claw back business from the tech startups and to expand their business even further.